Hi class, this is your week 7 introduction video with Dr. Shoulders. We're talking about the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. There are a few things we're going to do different for this week. So I'm going to screen share so you can see my desktop so I can go over each of the assignments, and we're going to talk about an assignment that will be due. So give me just a minute. Okay, so as you can see, you've got your chapter resources, which include different statutes and books and websites. These websites that are listed on here for this week are going to be really essential for you to be able to complete your assignment. They talk about the bill that is in the House and the Senate of the reauthorization of the Elementary Secondary Education Act. It is called the Every Child Achieves Act of 2015. So there are some websites. You've got a blog here, and then a PDF gives you a summary, as well as another from the Senate, and then to be able to keep track of the Senate bill as well. So let's go back and look. You also have a couple of videos that I need you to watch for this week. President Obama talking about, and Secretary of Education Arne Duncan talking about Race to the Top, and then reforming the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. Now remember, the Elementary and Secondary Education Act is what we know now as what we call No Child Left Behind. So that has expired, and it is time for that to be reauthorized, and that's where that Every Child Achieve Act comes in. You're going to have to complete a report on the 2015 Every Child Achieve Act. So let's look at that. You're going to click on this document that says Report of Every Child Achieves Act document. When you click on that, it's going to give you the basis of kind of what this assignment needs to be. You also have a rubric, so pay close attention, and we'll pull the rubric up in just a minute for you to see, so you know exactly how you are going to be assessed. So the report on the Every Child Achieved Act of 2015, in this assignment, you're going to write a 2 to 3 page report summarizing the process and the substance, which means what's it about, in Every Child Achieves Act of 2015. You're going to summarize the components of each bill. So you're going to tell me about the bill that's in the House. You're also going to tell me about the bill in the Senate. You're going to tell me how each bill is similar and how they're different. So what's the difference between the House bill and what's the difference between the Senate bill? I want to know where they're similar and where they're different. Also, I need you to, I don't know where that came from. I also need you to discuss how the new bill in the Senate is different from the No Child Left Behind. So you may have to do some research on that, figure out what is going to be changing. And then also, and this you're going to have to, like I said, you're really going to have to think and come up with your own, be creative whenever you're writing this last part. And so how do you believe that this bill will affect students with disabilities? So what about accountability for teachers? What about accountability for students in schools, especially those with students with disabilities? Is there anything written specifically in either one of those bills that addresses students with disabilities? So you may have to do some more research online for that as well. And as with anything, make sure that you cite all of your references using APA 6th edition. And notice here is another, at the bottom, gives you another link for that, for information about that bill. So now let's look at, we can get out of here. Let's see if we can find well, I don't see. You may not be able to see I'll post the rubric for you to look at in here, but we'll edit and I'll let you look at the You can also click right here, that report for every child achieves that. Let you look at the rubric. Oh, yes. So we want to be able to see the rubric, so I may have fixed that for you. And here we'll show you the rubric. So you'll know exactly how you're going to be assessed. Remember, this is worth 25 points. Okay, so here is your rubric. We're going to look at the organization. Remember, this is a 3-point scale, so you get exemplary, proficient, and below proficient. I'm looking for your organization and structure. So are you talking about point for point when you're talking about the whole as far as similarity and differences? You go through and discuss that for each one for the House and the Senate bill. So I'm looking for the structure and how you do that, and that it's clear and you don't put too much information. You put just enough. Remember, it's only 2 to 3 pages. And then the comparison. So you're going to tell me the similarities and differences, and you're going to use even specific examples for the Senate and the House, and then also how you compare the Senate versus the No Child Left Behind, and then your personal conclusion regarding the implications for students with disabilities. So how will this law, what are the implications? What does it mean for students with disabilities? And then, of course, your grammar, usage, mechanics, and spelling. I'm looking for less than 3 errors total for exemplary, 4 to 7 for proficient, and if it is over 7 errors, that includes grammar. That includes grammar, mechanics, and spelling. So if any more than 7, you're only going to get 1 point for that. And you also have a module quiz due this week. And remember, all of these things are due by Sunday, 11:59, including your 2 to 3 report on Every Child Achieves Act. Remember, email me, call me, come by the office if you have any questions. I hope you have a great week. Bye.